The hustlers have invited celebrity friends to help them with their scams. They'll be thrown in at the deep end. No training and no practice, just straight in. Today's celebrity guest hustler is a stage and screen actress, best known for starring in Emmerdale, Roxanne Pallett.
I've no idea what to expect today. I'm just really anxious to get going now because I don't know it's the fear of the unknown, isn't it? I'm not nervous, I'm more apprehensive because I don't know what the task is. Once I know what I'm doing, then I'll focus on that, but I think I can do this. I'm an actress. I better bloody be able to do this, so there goes my craft.
Roxanne has been told to stand outside a tube station and wait for instructions.
Hi there, you Roxanne?
Yeah.
I'm Paul.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Come this way. All right, so today we're going to pull a mini heist. We're going to steal some valuable merchandise. But we do need a little help. Obviously we have you, but we also have a couple of new hustlers on the team.
Paul doesn't mean Polly and Jazz. He's talking about these.
Oh my God.
Cockroaches.
Oh God. Is that real?
Yeah.
Is it dead?
I hope so.
Oh my God.
You all right?
Yeah.
No.
Roxanne will need to test her nerve in the smoke. Alex and Jazz are the first up in this scam. Looks like they're dressed for some dirty work. They're not an everyday sight for the mark.
Hello? Hi. Hi. We're here to do a fumigation. Pest control? Pest control. Yeah.
If there's a bug infestation, it's the first the mark has heard of it.
I think there's an outbreak in the area, so...
Yeah.
Of what, exactly?
Well, various insects. You've got cockroaches, you've got...
He texts his boss for clarification.
A lot of people have said they've had mouse droppings.
Mouse droppings, you've got...
Just give me a second.
Sure, yeah, no worries.
The boss hasn't booked any exterminators either.
What's the address here? What's your number here?
This is...
Yeah.
127 High Road, East Finchley,
Yeah.
M28.
127 is what we got, but I saw there's a 127C.
Here comes someone who can sort out this confusion. It's Paul, posing as a supervisor from the council.
What are you doing? Starting the fumigation?
It's not here.
Oh, we're not in the right place.
Excuse us, sorry.
Wrong address. How embarrassing.
No, it's down here.
127.
Yeah, it's up here.
The infestation must be next door, not in the shop.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway. Half an hour later, it's time for Roxanne's first big task in the scam. She enters the shop, accompanied by Jess, both posing as shoppers.
Yeah. No. Told you, Calvin Klein.
Got about 3 eyelashes just fine.
Roxanne looks a little uncomfortable. No wonder, because she's carrying something rather unpleasant in her coat pocket. It's a mobile phone. Earlier on, Jess removed the back and the battery and used the cavity to hide a small insect passenger. It's a dead cockroach.
Hello.
Hiya. Over to you.
Yeah, I just saw, hang on, I'm trying to work out which one it was I just saw from the window.
The bug is held in place only by Roxanne's gloved hand. Her job here is to plant it inside one of the display cabinets.
Are you allowed to get one out and show me?
Yes.
I don't know which.
But she needs to pick her moment carefully.
Actually, no, hang on. Was it that one there?
Roxanne opens the display case.
Yeah, so they're not digital, are they?
There goes the cockroach.
Oh, it was like that, but a little bit different. What else you got?
Next, she needs to drop some more cockroaches from a plastic bag.
Are this like, is these ones that...
Done. Now, to make a scene.
Is the one...
Oh my God! I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
What?
Look on the floor. Look on the floor.
Oh my God, they're cockroaches! That's vile!
If only there were some exterminators nearby.
Anything on me?
Jess has spotted some.
I'm gonna go and tell them. I'm gonna go.
Ah! So there's one in there. There's actually one inside. I'm sorry, but I think that's absolutely disgusting.
They're just like stood there and they just don't seem to care.
I'm going to say, all right.
Roxanne's certainly putting her acting skills to good use.
You're right.
No, I just need a bit of fresh air because
That's disgusting. I can't believe you just let those in there.
You definitely didn't call us in today.
No.
Council official Paul must now convince the Mark he's dealing with a full-blown infestation.
Well, you've got an air conditioning unit here. You see this little pipe you got up there? Yeah? That's a travel way right there. The stuff screwed into the walls here, so I'm guessing you got a cavity back here. I'll bring him in here. We'll just do a quick cleanse of in here. Take about 15 minutes. And then we'll do upstairs. That sound fair enough?
How much is it?
It's council, we'll take care of it.
The idea of getting this problem dealt with here and now, and for free, seems too good to refuse. The Mark would be mad to turn down Paul's offer of an on-the-spot extermination.
Well look, this is what we'll need to do. I'll get the guys to come in here first. What they'll do is we're going to drop some cloths, we'll put some plastic on top of these units here, and then what they'll do is they'll basically smoke this room out, and then it'll take about 10 minutes for it to clear out with the door open. But you need to be outside.
Yeah, no, I don't have any miles.
I don't mind if you stay outside or anything, and I'll be in here monitoring. Let me get them to come in here.
Cheers.
Paul brings in the professionals.
But look at this.
So what's the...
We have 3 here, 1
Okay.
here. I think there's 1 at the back here, but I can't quite see it.
Lucky you're not a food shop.
Right, we'll get the gear.
It's Bug's life.
It's a bug's life.
You know, people eat these.
So the Mark's going to get the place fumigated. But he's about to have a much bigger problem than a few dead bugs. Earlier today, actress Roxanne Pallett planted dead cockroaches in this watch store, persuading the Mark that he may be dealing with a bug infestation.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I think that's absolutely disgusting.
As luck would have it, council boss Paul had an extermination team in the neighbourhood. He offered the Mark a free, on-the-spot extermination.
Here, we'll just do a quick cleanse of in here. Take about 15 minutes.
An offer too good to be true, as he's about to find out in The Smoke Part 2. The hustlers have prepared the shop for the fumigation, but here comes a new junior exterminator. It's Roxanne.
Remember, don't panic.
The Mark has already seen her as a shopper. If he recognises her now, it's game over.
Our mask is slipping a little bit. Make sure it's tight. First thing.
There's going to be an awful lot of toxic smoke, so Paul has brought a special camera.
Heat sensitive camera, so we see anything that's moving.
We'll start this up.
Alex starts the fumigation process. Due to the toxic nature of the fumes, the Mark obviously has to wait outside. It's getting awfully smoky in there. In fact, the Mark can't see a thing through the large display windows anymore. And that's exactly the point. There is no cockroach infestation. And this isn't toxic gas. In fact, Alex has just been using a portable disco smoke machine. The whole setup has been designed so that the hustlers can ransack the shop whilst the Mark waits patiently outside. Paul's infrared camera captures the action.
Okay, you guys can start. Kelly, Roxanne, start.
Roxanne is certainly getting into the spirit of things.
Yes, there's a nice pink one here for you.
Yeah? Grab it for me.
Right. You can just go outside, letting us rub him.
The Mark is blissfully unaware that a few feet away, thousands of pounds worth of watches are being thrown into cloth sacks. In fact, the scam is going a little too well.
I'm gonna need another bag. Seriously, I'm gonna need another bag.
The bulging sacks are loaded into the box that contain the smoke machine.
There's no way we're going to fit all these watches in that big box.
Alex will have to make a trip to the van to make space for more.
Okay, we're going to come and go with the box twice. I'm going to go with the box, unload and come back. Okay. I'll wait in here.
They mustn't let too much smoke out, or the mark will see what's going on.
Oh, ready? Go.
But then, disaster. The box is too heavy, and the lid comes off in Alex's hand, right in front of the mark. Before he has a chance to see what's inside, Alex replaces the lid and carts the booty off into the van. Now, there's space for a refill. Time for one more trip into the shop before the smoke thins out.
Mind yourself. Alright, ready? Close the door, close the door. On they go.
By now, the hustlers have taken tens of thousands of pounds worth of watches. Now, to get out of here, Alex and Jazz are first.
Go.
Once again, the mark doesn't notice how heavy that box has suddenly become.
Switching this off.
Time for Roxanne's getaway. She needs to fake a coughing fit. This is a very high-risk moment. The mask is off, and the mark could easily recognise her face from earlier.
Can you wait here for 5 minutes? Over here, that's it, come on. Come on, you're okay. Over. Come on.
Paul rushes her off for medical help.
All right, there you are.
Before the mark knows what's happened, the hustlers are gone, along with hundreds of watches. Meanwhile, the mark is still waiting outside for the smoke to clear. He still thinks it's toxic. 10 minutes later, he decides to risk the smoke. Instinctively, he heads straight to the till to check the float is still there. It is, because the hustlers weren't there for the loose change. And then, the reality hits him. The cabinets are open and the shelves are empty. He now realises the store has been robbed.
Rotary, Royal London, Calvin Klein.
He breaks the bad news to his boss.
They've done the whole thing. A lot of stuff is... Yeah, I'm here. It's just a lot of stuff is missing. A lot of stuff is missing. A lot of stuff is missing.
A lot of stuff really is missing.
3 shelves have been ransacked, is the best way to put it.
A few minutes later, the shop owner turns up to find out what's happened. They're both speechless.
I literally stood outside.
You were outside?
Yeah.
I thought they were just going to come and spray on the floor or something.
They said they needed masks and everything. I'm shocked to the point where I don't know what to feel. Just complete befuddlement. I mean, I've never actually been in the presence of you know, a proper robbery like this. This is completely shocking to me. Comes to about £20,000 in losses.
When the room started filling with smoke, I was just, my heart rate increased because I was thinking, I can't see. I'm trying to guess where everything is. I'm trying to get all these watches in a bag, and I couldn't see where the other guys were or what they were doing. I was terrified. Yeah. Talk about living on the edge. I can't believe people do this for real.
Nobody likes the thought of a cockroach infestation, so an offer of an on-the-spot bug extermination seems too good to refuse. And having Paul there as a council official makes the whole scenario plausible and above board.
Never leave a stranger alone with your valuables, whether at home or at work. And if someone claims they're from the council, there's an easy way to check. Call the council. A con man will be long gone before you even pick up the phone.